Today from Digital Domain Park in Port St. Lucie, Florida, the site of the 2012 FHSAA Baseball Finals. This is a Class 3A state semifinal between the American Heritage Stallions of Delray Beach and the Barons of St. Pete Catholic. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Rideout along with Mark Schanbach. We welcome you back to Digital Domain Park, the spring training home of the New York Mets, where it's 338 down the left and right field lines, 410 to straightaway center field. The sun is out, blue skies. We do have some clouds, but for now, no rain. 89 degrees, a very warm day, and we get gusts of winds here and there, but overall, pretty warm day here in Port St. Lucie. Let's give you the starting lineups for the Stallions of American Heritage. They come into today's game with a record of 21-7, coached by Carm Mazza in his 14th year. Leading off in right field will be number 2, Anthony Seymour, a junior, batting second in center field, senior number 12, Trevor Maloney. Batting third, the shortstop, number 5, Jonathan India, freshman. The cleanup batter is a senior, number 4, first baseman, Corey Cohen. Batting fifth, how about an 8th grader at third base, number 14, Connor Power. Batting sixth, a freshman, catcher number 9, Chris Canavan. Batting seventh, the DH number 22, Josh Glick, a senior. Batting eighth at second base, number 7, Michael Shepard, also a senior. And batting ninth, a sophomore in left field, number 1, Todd Isaacs. For the Barons defensively, St. Pete Catholic looks like this left to right. Joey Saunders at third base, Max Geller at shortstop, Tyler Langford at second, and Corey Baptist at first. Tito Santos behind the plate catching in the outfield left to right. Dakota Seraphin, Jacob McFadden, and Jimmy Lynch. In the middle of your screen there, Stuart Wilkes, a senior, will start today on the mound for the Barons. And Wilkes comes in with a record of 7-1, making his 15th appearance, his 13th start. In 59 2/3 innings, he's given up 43 hits, 9 earned runs. He's walked 17 and struck out 49. He comes in with a 1.06 ERA. And Mark, you look at St. Pete Catholic and American Heritage, very similar on paper. Both these teams do not hit a lot of long balls. St. Pete Catholic with 6, of course, who is hitting the long ball with a new bat this year, but American Heritage's numbers are way down with only 3 home runs this year. But pitching and defense is what both these teams will rely on as the first pitch of the ball game is called a ball.
Well, and Stuart Wilkes will set the tone right here, throwing strikes.
And that one is hit to left field. Seraphin goes back, and it goes over his head and rolls all the way to the wall. Seymour's headed for third. The throw won't be made. It's cut off. It's a leadoff triple here in the top of the first by Anthony Seymour.
Well, that ball hit hard and froze the left fielder. Not sure whether to come in or go back. Ball sailed over his head, rolling all the way to the gap, past the warning track, up against the wall.
Well, here I am talking about American Heritage in particular. Doesn't have as much power as they've had in the past. That's only their second triple of the season, but this is a much bigger ballpark. As I mentioned, 338 down the left and right field lines, 410 to straightaway center. Here's the center fielder, Trevor Maloney. As the first pitch is hit opposite way, that one's going to hook out of play for strike 1. Maloney, the team's best power bat, batting .292, great hands and speed.
Interesting batting him in the 2-hole.
As he hits this one to third, backhanded there by Saunders. The throw to first as they keep that runner at third base, and there's one away.
Well, rule of thumb, ground ball in the infield to the corner. Unless it gets through with no outs, you're gonna wait. You still have 2 more shots of scoring that man.
That'll bring up the shortstop, a freshman, Jonathan India. A team high, 13 runs driven in, tied for the team lead. 3 players have 13 runs driven in apiece. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. India does lead the team. Actually, a correction. Leads the team with 14, and several have 13. My apologies. India also leads the team with 6 doubles. Tied for the team lead with 1 home run. I mentioned those home runs are down, though. They have 3 home runs this year. The Stallions hit more than 30 homers in each of the last 2 seasons, but it's a program low 3 homers this year because of the new bat.
Wow.
The 2-0 pitch, grounded left side into left field, base hit. An RBI single for India, and the Stallions take the first lead of the game. American Heritage leads it 1-0.
Oh, wow, Stuart Wilkes leaving balls out over the middle of the plate early, getting penalized. That's 2 hard hit balls.
That'll bring up Corey Cohen, senior first baseman, as Wilkes will have to work from the stretch with a runner at first now. Cohen leading the team with a .375 batting average. He checks his swing. Did he go around? They check it on the bases. Still waiting. No, he did not. Your umpires for today. There you see behind the plate, John Clayton. No, it's not the ESPN analyst. At first base, Ace Kofelt. And at third base, Chris Skeen. They are out of Lakeland. Throw goes to first, not in time. There you see your base umpires. 1 out, 1 run in, and 1 on.
Well, India, the freshman on base, Cohen at the plate, a senior. Going to make his last series a big one.
That one hit. Oh, nice snag by Saunders at third. He goes to second for the force out. Back to first, not in time. But he made a great play as that ball was headed down the line out into left field. But he made a good catch, and the fielder's choice is the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Connor Power, just an 8th grader, getting a start here in the state semifinals. Stallions' 3rd trip to the Final Four. They were here back-to-back in 2006 and 2007. So Coach Mazza is seeking that elusive first state title.
Power not only getting a start, but hitting in the heart of the order in the 5-hole. Big things to come in the future for that young man.
The 0-1 pitch. That one misses for a ball.
Already 5'10" in the 8th grade.
He's second on the team with 4 doubles. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on, 1 run in. American Heritage out in front here in the top of the first inning. That one's up and in for a ball. Anthony Seymour led off with a triple over the left fielder's head. 2 batters later, Jonathan India singled him home. India retired on the fielder's choice. Cohen at first base. And the 2-1 pitch to Power. Popped up, but this one's going to get out of play back to the seats. Some people try to make attempts to catch the ball, others scurry away.
That was a scurry moment for the, pardon the...
And probably a scary moment, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Stallions have been district champions 10 of the last 12 seasons. Their coach in his 14th year got started coaching at American Heritage when he was 25. That one's fouled off at home plate. 291 victories, 107 defeats for Carm, with 20 wins or more in 8 of the last 9 seasons. The Stallions 21-7 this year.
A good sign of a good coach is building a staff that can help build these boys. You can't be at all places, so you need many voices to help them stay focused. They're in an age where they need direction, and looks like they've got a nice staff with Manny Sanguian Jr. part of their staff, Greg Schmidt, Rob Matthews, Rafi Rodriguez, Mike Murray.
And a young team, too.
Anytime you can start an 8th grader hitting the 5-hole means you have a youth movement going on.
Runner on the move. The pitch is taken outside for ball 4. First and second with 2 outs for the Stallions here in the top of the first inning. Another note about Carmazza in his 14th year. He was a left-handed starter at Lynn University, an assistant coach at Boca Raton High.
Well, Cohen walks. Or, I'm sorry, power walks.
Is that a power walk?
Took a power walk down to first base.
Here's Chris Canavan, the catcher, just a freshman. So an 8th grader followed by a freshman. India, a freshman, batted 3rd in the lineup. As the first pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. 1-0 Stallions. Batting in the top of the first here in the 3A state semifinals from Port St. Lucie. The 1-0 pitch. That one just missed outside for a ball. 2-0.
Wilkes hasn't quite found his groove just yet. Stewart trying to settle in before any serious damage can happen here. Get 1 run in already.
The 2-0 delivery. Inside, ball 3. American Heritage, the District 13 3A champion. They beat Fort Lauderdale Calvary Christian, Summit Christian, and Miami, Florida Christian in the regionals. In fact, against Florida Christian, they got 2 runs in the 7th inning for the victory. That's called a strike, 3-1. St. Pete Catholic beat Kings Academy 3-2 in 10 innings in the region finals, as that one's chopped foul third base side. They earned their first state appearance since 1974. Their win came on an error.
Well, these young men may look calm on the outside, but inside their hearts are racing. This is the state semifinals, playing inside beautiful ballpark here, home of the Mets spring training.
3-2 pitch misses low and outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. The winner will get Jacksonville Providence, which shut out their opponent today, as we're going to have a courtesy runner at first base. That will be Brendan Brundage.
Well, whoever wins this ball game is going to have a tall order. Jacksonville Providence looked very strong in their win earlier today.
We understand that Brendan Brundage is one of the interns for Keith, our producer Keith Gamble at Fox Sports. How about that?
Brundage played some of his youth ball for Greg Ernwine with the Coral Springs Panthers.
Also the talent for Billy the Marlin on the Marlin show, as this one's popped up in the infield. The second baseman Langford comes in. He's going to make the catch, and that will do it for the Stallions here in the top of the first. But they do plate a run, a leadoff triple followed by an RBI single by the freshman Jonathan India. 1 run on a couple of hits. We head to the bottom of the first. Stallions 1, Barons coming to the plate.
That's Bright House Network Channel 47 and HD Channel 1147. Also check out the baseball page on FHSAA.org for a list of championship game replays. Fans, a reminder that tomorrow's Class 3A state championship game has been rescheduled to 11 a.m. and tomorrow's Class 4A state championship game has been rescheduled to 2 p.m.
St. Pete Catholic coming to the plate. Let's take a look at their starting lineup. The Barons 20-9 on the season. Coached by John Vigway in his 4th year. Leading things off in left field will be number 1, Dakota Seraphin. Batting second, Max Geller, the shortstop, a sophomore. Batting third, the center fielder, number 8, Jacob McFadden, also a sophomore. Another sophomore bats fourth, the first baseman, number 25, Corey Baptist. Batting fifth, senior right fielder, number 24, Jimmy Lynch. Batting sixth, the DH, number 2, senior Will Gerdes. Batting seventh at third base, number 10, senior Joey Saunders. Batting eighth at second base, number 5, senior Tyler Langford. And batting ninth, catcher, another senior, number 16, Tito Santos. It's interesting. Normally you'll see the seniors at the top of the lineup. They've got them all batting at the bottom of the lineup. Defensively for the Stallions, around the horn left to right, Connor Power is at third base, Jonathan Indy at shortstop, Michael Shepard at second, Corey Cohen at first, Chris Canavan behind the plate. Catching in the outfield left to right is Todd Isaacs, Trevor Maloney, and Anthony Seymour. Your starting pitcher, number 17, Dylan Arnold. He is a senior, and his numbers on the year, 7-3, making his 12th appearance, his 11th start. In 57 in the third innings, he's given up 41 hits, 13 earned runs. He's walked 23, struck out 71, comes in with a 1.59 ERA, 2 shutouts on the year.
Looks like the ball club has adopted the Bryce Harper look as a show of solidarity in the infield. Can't see far enough to tell if the outfield has joined the trend. A heavy eye black with the
Leading off for St. Petersburg Catholic, let's go to number 1.
Dylan Arnold, a Palm Beach State commit. And he'll face Dakota Seraphin, the left fielder, here in the bottom of the first inning. The junior leading the team with a .402 batting average. He also leads the team with 19 ribbies and 9 doubles. He's tied for the team lead with 33 hits. First pitch is a fastball inside for ball 1.
Good lanky thrower here, number 17, Arnold. Get to play at Palm Beach State, you got to have some skills. Their number 1 pitcher this year may go in the top 5 rounds. That's Brandon Welch. And to play for Kyle Forbes and Coach Dax, the pitching coach down there, you better come with some tools because they're going to help you. You make a lot of money after you finish that school.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, that one's hit out in the right center field. On the run, the center fielder, and it's a diving catch made by Trevor Maloney.
And Maloney never gave up on that ball. Kept on running at full speed, waited to dive to the last moment, caught that ball about a foot off the ground, and after impact held on.
Great catch by Maloney, the senior, for out number 1. Well, not sure. Something's wrong with the third baseman, Connor Power.
Yeah, we may have somebody that's already heat stroke.
He just kind of walked off the field and
he's puking.
Yeah, you could tell he was getting sick. They're going to bring some Gatorade out to him.
Something sugary may be the worst thing they can put in his stomach. They need to get him
or water.
Some
could be water.
Well, if he's throwing up, it's going to be very difficult not to get dehydrated. They hate to lose a man this early in the ball game, so they're working on him. The trainer's out.
Just a reminder, because of threatening weather, tomorrow they have moved the start times for the 3A and 4A championships. The 3A final will now be at 11 o'clock in the morning, and the 4A championship is scheduled to begin at 2 p.m. They were originally scheduled for 4 and 7 o'clock.
Well, that's not the third baseman.
It's not? Okay, my apologies.
I think that's Dylan Arnold there.
Well, I see the shortstop. I guess it is Arnold. Yeah,
I believe that's
you're right.
their pitcher. He was
I saw him walking.
Backing up third on the ball in the gap.
Okay, that's why I got confused, because I saw him over by third base. I just assumed that it was the third baseman, so my apologies, folks.
Well, Arnold could be suspect to a little bit of nerves.
That 14 and that 17, without looking through binoculars, sometimes can look the same.
It could be a combination of nerves and getting a little dehydrated during his warm-up tosses.
So he's going to try and hit go here against Max Geller, the shortstop. The sophomore leading the team with 4 triples, second with 30 hits, second with 20 runs. Arnold comes right back to deliver a strike.
Well, the coach must be feeling good enough that he doesn't need to send anybody to the bullpen.
That one is
55-foot curveball.
Yeah. 101. It's 89 degrees. The sun is out. At times we have wind. At other times the wind doesn't blow, though, as hard. It's warm out there today. The 1-1 pitch up and in for ball 2, 2-1. There you see the temperature, which was in the 90s yesterday.
Be interesting to see if Coach Mazza had to go to the bullpen this early, who he would pick. He's got a couple seniors, 3 seniors actually to pick from. Of course, one of them's in the ballgame, Trevor Maloney, making the nice catch in center field. Got Josh Glick and Dylan Silva.
The 3-1 pitch misses for ball 4.
And is going to be a little cause for alarm. A line drive on the first batter, a walk, a bout with some stomach issues.
Well, if there is a strength for the Stallions, it's their depth in pitching. Of the 5-man pitching staff, senior Dylan Silva has the highest ERA at 2.48, but he's headed to Florida State. He's a lefty. Their other ace, senior right-hander Dylan Arnold, is on the mound.
Well, he is hoping right now for one pitch that'll net 2 outs on a ground ball, double play ball. Get him back in the dugout in the shade where he can rehydrate.
Jacob McFadden, the batter, sophomore center fielder. A commit already to USF. Second on the team, batting .375. Hits this one over the third baseman's head and into left field. Rounding second and heading to third is Geller. No, he's going to backtrack and go back to second.
Well, just the kind of ball that you want, hit right at the third baseman, but took a big enough hop that he couldn't reach it, outstretched over his head on the hop.
So 2 on with 1 out for Corey Baptist, sophomore first baseman. Baptist second with 17 ribbies, batting .319, also second with 6 doubles, and he leads the team with 4 home runs. St. Pete Catholic hit 6 home runs this year. 1-0 American Heritage. St. Pete Catholic batting in their half of the first.
Well, wind blowing out toward left. Slightly right to left from foul pole to foul pole.
That one's up and in for a ball. St. Pete Catholic, the District 9 3A champion. They beat Sarasota out of door, Clearwater, Calvary Christian, and Kings Academy in regional play. The 3-2 win over Kings Academy was in 10 innings, making their first state appearance in a long, long time, since the 70s. As that one is grounded to the left side, could be 2. The shortstop Indy to second for 1. Back to first. Yes, it is. 6-4-3. Arnold's best friend. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left. We head to the top of the second. American Heritage 1, St. Pete Catholic nothing here on the FHSAA Network.
Gatorade Thirst Quencher is more than just a cool bottle to have in your hands after the game. It's a product that works, helping you to train better and perform better when you play your hardest. Gatorade, is it in you?
We head to the top of the second. 1-0 American Heritage. A leadoff triple to begin the game by Anthony Seymour, followed by a base hit by freshman Jonathan India. Stuart Wilkes on the mound, a senior. His first year pitching. In fact, Wilkes had not pitched since his Little League days. In fact, he didn't play at all last year due to Tommy John surgery on his right elbow. Barons lost 2 key pitchers from last season, Justin Tedder and Tim McKay. But Will Gerdes has stepped into the number 2 starting spot. He was mostly used as a catcher last year. He's 4-1 with a 1.19 ERA. Also, Saunders is 4-1 with a 2.33 ERA. So they've got some depth, too, in their pitching staff. 8-9-1 for the Stallions as Michael Shepard bunts that one foul.
Well, whenever you hear the word Tommy John surgery, you always gasp a little bit, wonder, boy, will they ever... But nowadays, that surgery is not quite as commonplace as maybe LASIK surgery on your eyes, but it is very successful, and so many kids are coming back having productive careers past that surgery.
Two balls and a strike to the senior second baseman, Michael Shepard. Shepard batting .282 on the year. Takes that one high for a ball. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mazza down at third base. Coached his 400th game in the district final. American Heritage has been able to... There's Coach Mazza. They've been able to find ways to win. Coach Mazza in his first season, 1999, Stallions went 16-12. They have a collection of middle schoolers, freshmen and sophomores. There's a base hit by Shepard into right field. He's going for 2. He slides in safely with a double.
Boy, good wheels there by Shepard. Wasted no time taking second base. A great throw. Made it a close play.
But the Stallions have been able to find ways to win, as they have 4 wins. Their last 4 wins have been 1-run decisions.
And now Todd Isaacs, number 1, batting in the 9 hole, coming to the plate. Boy, Jimmy Lynch made one heck of a throw there. I gave up no chance of him getting the man out. Made it a bang-bang play with the throw right on the bag.
Corey Baptist playing in at first. Here comes Saunders sneaking in at third as they anticipate the bunt. In fact, Isaacs did show bunt, but he takes it outside the dirt for ball 1. Isaacs, a sophomore, second on the team, batting .316, also second with 24 hits. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for American Heritage. 0-1-0 for St. Pete Catholic. We're in the top of the second. Good bunt, first base side. Only 1 play, that's to first. That'll be 3-4 on the sacrifice bunt. Moving Shepard to third. So we head to the top of the order. Here's Anthony Seymour, who tripled to left field. Stallions looking for another run.
Using the small ball approach of moving the runner up with the 9-hole batter. See if it pays off right here.
First pitch taken outside by Seymour, who picked up his first triple of the year. Seymour with 19 runs scored on the season, or actually 20 now after the run in the first. And that one hit to the left side. They're going to come home with it. The throw gets by the catcher. That's going to allow Seymour to get to second. Shepard scores on the play, and it's 2-0 American Heritage.
Really had plenty of time. Throw went a little wide. Catcher tried to tag maybe a little prematurely and forgot to do the main thing, and that's catch the ball. I think the throw will get the error.
First error of the game by either team.
So it'll be a fielder's choice and an error.
Here's Trevor Maloney, the senior, 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. One out, runner at second. 2-0 American Heritage. Maloney batting .279. Tied for second with 13 runs driven in. He has one of their 3 home runs this year. Well, St. Pete Catholic, their pitching has been pretty good. Their opponents are batting just .207 against the Barons. And coming in, Mark, as that one hit down the left field line. That's a fair ball. The run will score. Maloney to second. Stand-up double. It's 3-0 American Heritage.
American Heritage really came to play today.
Mark, I was just about to say that the Barons had allowed only 6 runs in their 5 playoff wins. But they've already given up 3 through an inning and a third. And here comes the coach.
BK is going to go talk to Stuart Wilkes. Not liking what he sees. Too many fastballs up in the zone.
Stuart Wilkes 7-1 on the year with a 1.06 ERA. Stallions with 1 in the first, 2 here in the second. And Jonathan India, the freshman, will bat. He drove in Seymour back in the first inning.
Well, they may have to adjust the game plan. He's bouncing the breaking ball, so they're allowed to kind of sit on his fastball and look for a pitch in the zone they can drive.
The 1-out pitch. Outside. Corner. Called a strike.
Good save. Well, if you can get that strike call, I would throw the ball there every single time.
No kidding. The 0-1 pitch.
Down low. Notice you were a little reluctant to
I had to wait.
Jump at that one.
Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to try to get ahead of these guys. The 1-1 delivery. That's called a strike.
Now there's the breaking ball that if he can throw that for a strike, he's going to be able to keep the Stallions a little more off balance here. So far they've been swinging and making good contact at will.
The 1-2 pitch swung on, hit down the left field line, but hooking foul and now out of play.
Another sharply hit ball, just hooks out of the ballpark, foul.
Stallions now with 3 runs on 4 hits. Barons have committed an error here in the inning.
Mike, you think the theme down in the corner is Monsignor Pace? It would be pretty obvious with the big words Pace across the front of their shirts now that I get the binoculars out. Now that it's cooled off a little bit, I can enjoy the game down there without getting overheated.
Now when the sun goes behind the clouds, temperature dips about 2 degrees, still 87 degrees. 2-2 pitch is popped up high in the air behind home plate. This might be playable. In fact, it's caught by Santos in foul territory. There's a lot of room behind home plate and over on the first and third base sides in the bullpen area.
That ball got up above the 4th story where we were sitting, and unfortunately it was kind of one of those hit in an elevator shaft, straight up and straight down.
Santos makes the play. There's 2 away, and here's Corey Cohen, the first baseman who reached on a fielder's choice. He's been playing hurt this year, all year, with knee injuries. But despite that, he still leads the team with a .375 average. Battling through his senior year. The 0-1 pitch. That one is hit to the gap. Left center field. That's going to be trouble. It will drop for a base hit. Maloney's going to score on the play. It's a stand-up double for Cohen, and it's now 4-0 American Heritage. Boy, they are crushing the ball today, Mark. That's their 4th extra base hit. 4 of their 5 hits have been extra bases.
The fastball, just not enough late life, no movement. They're teeing off on it. You have to see him throw multiple breaking balls in a row.
There's the 8th grader, Connor Power. He walked his first at bat. He gave that one a ride, but he's behind on it. Fouls it out of play left side.
Mike, and something you will notice in baseball games, hitting becomes contagious. Once the word gets around that they're getting comfortable up there, pitcher is really at a disadvantage.
Top 4 in the lineup have all hit safely. Count evens at a ball and a strike.
And we will get some activity down in the bullpen.
One pitch line to the third baseman. Boy, another inch or so, and Joey Saunders doesn't get to that one, but he snags it for the 3rd out of the inning. Stallions, though, with 3 more runs. On 3 hits, they were all extra base hits. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. 4-0 American Heritage leads it here in the 3A state semifinals.
Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
Mike Rideout, Mark Schanbach here at Digital Domain Park, spring training home of the New York Mets, as we wind down the 2012 FHSAA Baseball Finals. Another game coming up in Class 4A, the 4A semifinals, and that will match up Fort Myers Bishop Verot against Miami Monsignor Pace. A game scheduled for 7 o'clock. Pensacola Catholic was a winner earlier today. So we wrap up not only the tournament, but our look at the nationally ranked teams that are here this week. 9 nationally ranked teams participating. Pensacola Catholic was ranked 11th in the Powerade Fab 50. Bishop Verot, which will play tonight, ranked number 4 in the Powerade Fab 50. Number 22 in the Max Preps Excellent 25. I want to say they're highly ranked in the ESPN poll. I'll have to try to dig that up. Jimmy Lynch will lead things off 5, 6, and 7 for St. Pete Catholic. The Barons trailing 4-0. That one hits him in the helmet.
Wow, that ball took a huge bounce off the helmet. I hope he's okay there.
So the Barons hoping to push a run across the plate. Send up Will Gertis. Okay, Verreau, which won a state title last year, ranked 4th in the nation by ESPN. Looking forward to it. I saw them play earlier this year, and I thought they were better than they were last year, which is hard to believe because that team was pretty good. 1 ball, no strikes on the senior designated hitter. Arnold from the stretch delivers a fastball in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-0. St. Pete Catholic trailing 4-0 here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. That one's in the dirt for ball 3. Arnold struggling a bit. So Canavan, his catcher, will go out there and talk to him.
Well, don't forget, Arnold had a trouble with keeping some fluids down, was throwing up after giving up the leadoff triple. Actually, it was a diving catch.
Yeah,
didn't turn into a triple. He was backing up third, hustled over there, anticipating if the ball was in the gap.
Comes back to deliver a strike. It's 3-1.
Proceeded to walk the next batter, then worked out of trouble with
got a double play to end the inning after he had given up a hit to McFadden. 3-1 pitch. That one's called a strike. That's always a no-no there. You never throw the bat or take off to first.
Well, we will learn. Our home plate umpire today has a little bit of a delayed call and a little bit of a liberal strike zone. Outfield playing deep and left, average in center and right.
Gertie's batting 315. Fouls this one back. Will also tied for the team lead with 19 runs driven in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at first. Bottom of the 2nd in the Class 3A state semifinals. And that one is ball 4. So we'll see if the Barons decide to sacrifice with runners at first and second and nobody out, with Joey Saunders, the third baseman.
Well, Mike, the way Arnold is body language is struggling out there on the mound, I'd be taking a strike first. But if I did bunt the ball, I think I would want to make Arnold have to come field it. He really is not looking that well out there on the mound.
And Saunders does lay down a bunt, third base line. He looked to throw to third, but there was nobody there. But a good play by Power to come back and throw out the runner at first base.
Good strong arm made the difference right there.
Boy, that's a nice play. Again, you consider the fact he's only an 8th grader. And the presence of mind after knowing that no one was there to cover the bag at third to quickly fire it to first for the out. Great play.
Well, 8th grader or 9th grader, regardless of age,
yeah,
that's a composed play. Almost loaded the bases. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, they say.
Here's Tyler Langford, senior second baseman. He bats with 2 in scoring position. 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. After the sac bunt went 5-3.
A base hit could cut the lead in half here. Runner at second will have to freeze on any ball in the air that's a liner. Make sure it's down.
First pitch is inside for a ball.
Well, a bad sign when you're falling behind. Hitters are going to start looking for their pitch, and sooner or later the hit parade will start.
The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew it by him. It's 1-1.
He got that elevated fastball above his hands. Couldn't catch up to it.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And that's a swing, and he missed it, and that's going to allow the runner to score on the wild pitch. So St. Pete Catholic is on the scoreboard. They now trail 4-1.
And now Arnold calls time to tie his shoes. Anytime he has to exert himself to run somewhere, I'm keeping a close eye out, because last time he ran to back up a base, his stomach didn't fare too well, so not really sure what's going on internally with young Mr. Arnold, but he's got good stuff on the mound. Just needs to get ahead of the hitters.
We've seen a lot of teams that are making their first appearance in a long, long time. In fact, the last time St. Pete Catholic was here, John's dad, Jim, was the head coach. Back in 1974, they lost in 2A to Century 3-1. Pensacola Catholic, which got the win earlier today, ended a 38-year wait as far as the longest waits to get back to a state final. The longest wait for a team to get back to a state final, Bartow, 62 years. Swing and a miss. Of course, there's some teams that haven't even gotten here, period, so I guess you have to keep that
the big
things in
strike out there
perspective.
for Arnold. Puts his infield back. Nobody has to worry about the runner at third.
2 outs for Tito Santos, the senior catcher. First pitch is taken outside for ball 1.
Down in the St. Pete bullpen, looks like we have Dylan Silva starting to get loose.
Santos batting .291 with 5 ribbies, 16 hits on the year. It's inside for a ball, 2-0.
That's Dylan Silva there.
The 2-0 pitch. Fastball inside, ball 3.
Should mention his bullpen catcher, Alex LaProva, another fellow pitcher, freshman.
Arnold from the stretch with a runner at third. 1 run in, 4-1 American Heritage. That's in the dirt. Good stop by Canavan, blocking it, keeping that runner down at third. Runners on the corners. We head to the top of the order. Here's Dakota Seraphin, who hit one out to center field, and Maloney made a diving catch to take away a hit. We're also going to have a courtesy runner at first base running for Santos, and that
Number
will
9,
be
Colin O'Keefe. I get the feeling that Arnold is battling more than just nerves. Coach is out to visit, trying to see if he's 100% physically. Body language appears to be still battling something.
So Seraphin 0 for 1. He leads the team with a .402 batting average, tied for the team lead with 19 runs driven in. He bats with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Tying run at the plate. First pitch inside for ball 1. Arnold has hit a batter and walked 2 here in this second inning. Barons have
scored. A wild
scored.
pitch that scored a run.
That's right. They've scored without the benefit of a hit. 1-0 pitch is low for ball 2. 2-0.
Just laboring out there. Not in any kind of command.
And now we do see someone headed toward the bullpen.
That's a coach, a bullpen catcher.
There's ball 3.
Well, maybe that's not a coach. Maybe it's a player who is going to protect. And number 13, that'll be Peter Castillo making a run down to the bullpen.
He's 2-0 on the year with a 2.06 ERA. The 3-0 pitch is there for a called strike. It's 3-1. Runners on the corners for St. Pete Catholic, batting in the bottom of the second. 1 run in, they trail 4-1.
Castillo, the junior, in the bullpen. Not a lot of innings logged this year.
Runner on the move to second as they had him picked off, but they throw to third rather, and everybody's safe.
Well, interesting choice there where to throw the ball. Runner from third decoyed like he was going home to draw a throw. Kind of get out of jail free card there for the base runner from first base.
3 balls and a strike to the leadoff hitter for the Barons.
Well, these are the kind of situations where defensively you start getting a little antsy when your pitcher doesn't seem in command. It's sort of the vibe will emanate and can affect the entire focus.
And that's outside for ball 4. 3rd walk of the inning. 4th of the game for Arnold.
With the temperatures hovering around 90 degrees down on the field, not a good time to not be feeling well. And Arnold certainly is battling in spite of his conditions.
Here's Max Geller, the shortstop. The sophomore walked his first at bat.
A ball on the field coming from the bullpen.
4-1 American Heritage, but St. Pete Catholic with the bases loaded, so that means the go-ahead run at the plate with 2 outs. Fastball, almost a wild pitch.
He's just all out of sync, and now it's just a matter of how quickly can Castillo get loose. Coach is looking for the sign that he's ready.
There you see the runners on base for St. Pete Catholic. The 1-0 pitch. A little bit high across the plate, but call a ball, 2-0.
Well, sometimes the umpire giveth and sometimes he taketh away. Squeezed him a little bit on that strike. It's 2-0.
2-0 pitch is called a strike, 2-1.
Is that the same spot?
No, I think that was a little bit more inside on the corner. It looked the same height.
That's what I meant. Okay. All right, here we go. 2-1 pitch. Important pitch right here.
The 2-1 pitch is hit out in the right center field, but playable. In fact, the right fielder coming in, and Seymour will make the catch, and that will end the threat here in the second. But the Barons get on the scoreboard with 1 run without the benefit of a hit. There were 3 walks and a hit batsman. A wild pitch scored the only run for the Barons. St. Pete Catholic trails American Heritage 4-1 as we head to the top of the 3rd.
Go to Facebook.com/FHSAA. Become a fan. You can keep up with teams of people who make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. Follow on Twitter @FHSAA for instant news and updates, along with information on issues that affect Florida high schools. Be a fan of it all. Look at this guy. Okay.
There's a look at some of the fans in attendance at the game today. Most of the fans elect to sit in the shade, and I don't blame them. Temperatures, as we mentioned, hovering around 90 degrees today. So most fans sit, although right now the sun is not, in that area behind home plate. So a good shady spot behind home plate. There's a good look at Digital Domain Park. We have a new pitcher. Jimmy Lynch comes in from right field. Colin O'Keefe is in right field now. And Jimmy Lynch, a right-hander, will relieve Stuart Wilkes, who pitched only 2 innings today. Lynch, no decisions this year. He does have 1 save. This is his 7th appearance. He's only pitched 7 2/3 innings. Given up 4 hits, no runs. He's walked 2 and struck out 7.
Well, from the looks of his throw from right field earlier, I can bet he's probably touching upper 80s on the radar gun with his fastball. Yeah, this time of day, Mike, as the shadows start creeping in on the field, throws from third base across to first base are going to be in danger of being in the sunlight. First baseman's going to have to wear glasses or have his glove ready. Sun setting toward third base side.
Jimmy Lynch, the pitcher, as we see Chris Canavan step in, the freshman catcher. It's 6, 7, and 8 for the Stallions here in the 3rd inning, as the first pitch from Lynch is called a strike. Lynch is a transfer from Lakewood. He sat out last year with a torn labrum. As a senior, didn't start throwing at full speed until early April, and since then has appeared in 6 games, getting the win against Kings Academy. Canavan walked in the first. You look at Lynch coming in relief here in the 3rd inning, as that one's grounded to the right side. The second baseman Langford on to first, 1 away. So Stuart Wilkes, the senior, only went 2 innings today. Allowed 4 runs on 5 hits. 4 of the 5 hits he gave up were extra base hits. He didn't strike out anybody, and he walked 2. One out for Josh Glick, the designated hitter, who popped up to second his first at bat. He's 0 for 1.
Lynch coming in throwing strikes. There's his first breaking ball that I noticed. So he does have a breaking ball. Not sure whether he can command it or throw it within the strike zone. But fastball's got good pop.
The 1-1 pitch. Hit the opposite way down the right field line, but that one is going to bounce over in the bullpen area.
It's on the green. The AstroTurf greenery between the raised mound and the catcher's area of the bullpens on either side. Looks just same color as the rest of the grass, but it is an AstroTurf type synthetic grass.
1-2 pitch. Line past the glove of Lynch and into center field for a base hit. A 1-out single for the Stallions. That is their 6th hit of the game.
Josh Glick finds a fat spot on the bat to drive the ball up the middle. Puts him in a position to see if he's going to be running here. Usually pitchers that play a lot of outfield like Lynch don't have the greatest of pickoff moves, but we'll see. He's athletic.
Michael Shepard doubled to right field his first at bat and scored.
A high leg kick on that first pitch to the plate from the stretch. Got away from the catcher, but the runner staying at home. Well, staying at first, which is his home right now. There's the first pick over. Kind of a, yeah, I know you're there kind of a pick. Nothing super fancy. Runner short lead. Not likely going anywhere with that lead. Unless it's a delay steal.
That pitch misses for a ball. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, Lynch wearing the dark jersey. Like to get a ground ball. Get the rest of his teammates back in the dugout here. Let's turn 2 on a double play. Runner going.
Swing and a miss. The throw to second.
The fielder
kind of impeded by the
There'll be an inquiry about this. See if any of the other umpires were watching the play. You got a 3-man crew here. See if there's any appeal. None asked for. The catcher did look back and say, hey, he was in my way. And no credence to it given.
The 1-2 pitch. Good breaking pitch. Called. Strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Barron's pitching.
There was a nice late breaking, some kind of a hard cutter. That'll bring 9-hole hitter Todd Isaacs to the plate.
Isaacs, one of only 3 players today not to get a hit for the Stallions. As that one has hit up the middle, and it's going to be a tough play. The shortstop throws him out. Boy, nice play by Geller. Isaacs still running down the line. 6-3 on the putout. That will do it for the Stallions in the 3rd. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. American Heritage is stranded 5 through 3, but they lead by 3 as we head to the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitch Penny Pools, patios and spas, the perfect people for a perfect pool. Sports Authority, your baseball authority. Balfour, makers of official FHSAA championship rings. Glossy Finish, the official photographer of the FHSAA. Field Turf, the ultimate service experience. Florida Virtual School, online education, anytime, any place, any path, any pace. Sun Sports at FSM Florida, the exclusive television home to the FHSAA Finals. And Bright Out Sports Network, the official cable partner of the FHSAA. And Bandit, who supply the official baseball for the 2012 FHSAA Finals.
Well, despite running into a little bit of trouble in the bottom of the 2nd, Dylan Arnold back out on the mound for the Stallions. Arnold walked 3, hit a batter, threw a wild pitch. He was sick early. Got overheated perhaps. But he's back out there to start the bottom of the 3rd inning, and he'll face 3, 4, and 5. St. Pete Catholic sends up a couple sophomores and a senior.
When the breeze kicks up like the flag is blowing now, it's very pleasant out here. You get a gentle breeze, cools you off. But as soon as those flags die down, it gets immensely heat stroke oriented out there, man. You just can tell that these players have nowhere to go, stand down there on that hot field. When the cloud goes away and it's direct sunlight, as we get past 5 o'clock hour though now, it should increasingly get cooler.
Jacob McFadden will lead things off. He singled in his first at bat. He has their only hit of the game. McFadden, a sophomore, but he's already committed to USF. He's 2nd on the team with a .375 average. Tied for the team lead with 33 hits. Three, 4, and 5 for the Barons. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch, a little chin music brushes him off the plate for ball 1. Jacksonville Providence awaits the winner. 4-0 winner today over Tampa Prep. Tampa Prep was making their first ever finals appearance in baseball. That's there for a called strike.
McFadden, good size for a sophomore, 6-foot center fielder. Flirted with 400 hitting this year.
The breaking pitch just missed for ball 2, 2-1. Both these teams had one-run victories in the region final. St. Pete Catholic edged Kings Academy 3-2 in 10 innings. American Heritage with 2 in the top of the 7th to beat Florida Christian 5-4.
Well, there are always some outstanding teams that are left on the cutting room floor when they write the script for this Final Four.
Three-one pitch hitting.
And Arnold still scuffling. Seems to be battling himself. It just...
Take a look at the action in the bullpen continuing for the Stallions. The right-hander warming up. I don't know how long this leash is going to be for Dylan Arnold. He's really struggled.
Well, the luxury is it's a 3-run lead, but again, you don't want to relinquish that before you make a move. The trick is going to be milking as many outs out of Arnold as they can possibly get.
Here's Corey Baptist, who ended up grounding into a double play to end the inning in the first. First pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Baptist, a sophomore, starting first baseman.
Well, Arnold did get the double play ball to relieve the pressure earlier. It was an awkward return back to the bag. And a collision. Sack Corey Cohen back on his. Well, actually, that's not Cohen out there now. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
Cohen.
His number was folded. I thought it was a different number for a second.
Well, the reason that I thought that earlier when Arnold was sick, I saw the 1. It looked like a 4. But it was a 7, and he was over by third base. Yeah, sometimes that uniform from the side angle, tough to see.
Now Cohen places a little firm tag on the back of the base runner, and the umpire is going to step in and make sure the boys are both warned. Let's knock it off right here. The crowd will have none of it, though. Crowd gets a little excited.
2-0 to Baptist. As McFadden stretches his lead again. Arnold from the stretch. The 2-0 pitch. Whoa, that's wild. 3-0.
Now, you almost get the sense now that Dylan Arnold is looking for a lifeline, a lifesaver to be thrown out into the water so he can be pulled into safety.
This might be it for him. He's fallen behind. 3 balls and no strikes with nobody out and a runner first, and that is it for Dylan Arnold.
You feel for the guy. Big situation. Just not feeling 100%. And we'll have a break in the action here, Mike, or you want to stay in through the break?
Yeah, we'll stay here. We'll tell you about the new pitcher. Coming in for the Stallions is Peter Castillo. 2-0 on the year, 1 save, making his 10th appearance. In 13 2/3 innings, he's allowed 9 hits, 4 earned runs. He's walked 7, struck out 15. Comes in with a 2.06 ERA.
It'll be interesting with those kind of numbers. Castillo most likely is a 1 or 2 inning man, maybe a bridge to get to the back end of the bullpen.
Meanwhile, Arnold, through 2 innings today, has allowed 1 run so far. He's responsible for the runner on first and for the batter at the plate since it's a 3-0 count.
Well, I like what I'm seeing from Castillo so far. A little more pop.
Yeah.
A little more energy. Very electric delivery. It's going to be hard to pick the ball up.
You could just tell when he was coming onto the field. I mean, he sprinted out to the mound.
Now, coaches are looking for a pick-me-up right here. Coach Viquet with American Heritage.
Arnold walked 4 today. Hit 2 batters, came close to hitting others. Also struck out 1. And threw a wild pitch that led to a run. St. Pete Catholic got their only run without the benefit of a hit last inning. But now with a 3-0 count and McFadden at first, they hope to play at least a run here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Well, Corey Baptist is probably going to take a strike here, 3-0 count. However, it'd be a great time if he were to turn him loose. Nope. Right down the middle. It's not the velocity for Castillo. It's all the arms and legs and everything coming at you at once.
There goes the runner. The pitch is low and inside. Ball 4.
Well, there is one downside to that high leg kick that Castillo has, is that unless he has a good inside move, meaning rotating from around 3rd base towards 2nd base here with a runner on 2nd base to hold the runners from getting a big lead, there might be a double stealing effect here if they continue to time him and see that he's susceptible to the steal.
Here's Jimmy Lynch. The senior was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. He scored the only run so far for the Barons. 1st and 2nd with nobody out. Looks to swing, checks his swing here, and takes that one high for a ball.
They say he fouled it off.
Did he? Okay. My apologies.
No harm, no foul. Just 1 hit for St. Pete.
That was back in the 1st inning. Fastball inside.
In all fairness to the Barons, they haven't gotten many pitches to swing at. There's been a number of hit by pitch and walks so far.
They also had a hit taken away on a diving catch by Maloney in center field.
And double play ball that erased 2.
Yep. 1-1 pitch is right there for a strike. It's 1-2. St. Pete Catholic trailing by 3 runs. The tying run at the plate with nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They left the bases loaded in the 2nd. They did score 1 run last inning. 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2.
Well, Jimmy Lynch at the plate, the current pitcher of record, looking to do some damage. He does have 1 home run on the year, and the flag is pretty stiff blown to left. So with the 2-2 count, we'll see what happens here.
Castillo from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. That one's hit behind home plate, out of play.
That one will leave the ballpark. Left fielder, average depth. Center fielder playing straight away. Right fielder playing off the right field line. Another foul back.
Over by the 1st base dugout. No one can catch up to it.
Lynch starting to get comfortable and get a look there. Castillo, 2-2. Runner in scoring position at 2nd base, no outs. See if they react on a ball in the dirt. Good curveball count right here.
The 2-2 pitch.
Fastball.
Kind of jammed him and popped up to 3rd in foul territory. Power will make the catch. There's one away.
Sawed him off with a fastball up and in.
So 1 out for senior Will Gertis. He walked and was left stranded in the second.
Well, Gertis up there as a designated hitter. He's got one way to contribute. That's going to be with the bat in his hands.
Gertis batting .315, 19 runs driven in, tied for the team lead. And he fouls the first pitch back for strike one. American Heritage and St. Pete Catholic here in the Class 3A state semifinals.
St. Pete's crowd traveled well, but they're quiet, waiting for something exciting to cheer about.
0-1 pitch, brushes him off the plate. 1-1.
It's hard to really get a rally cry going for walks and hit by pitches.
Yeah, well, again, only one hit. That was by the sophomore McFadden in the first inning.
I have a feeling a base knock here would get the crowd on their feet.
The 1-1 pitch.
Curveball.
Good pitch. 1-2.
Took a little something off of that curveball. Started inside, broke it in over the plate. Tried it again, but left it leaking a little too far inside.
Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Joey Saunders on deck.
You can see Peter Castillo would have an excellent breaking ball as long as he can get that release point and finish each pitch. It'd be very difficult to hit for the right-handed batter.
The 2-2 pitch, timeout was called.
And fortunate, it was a ball right down the middle. So we'll stay at 2-2.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch inside, ball 3, and the count is full.
Well, it's decision time for Coach VK. Does he send the runners and risk to strike them out, throw them out, or the line drive potential double play? But if he does move the runners, he's going to open up a lot of holes.
The 1-out pitch. Down low, ball 4. And the Barons have the bases loaded with 1 out.
And have not put a ball in play fair yet.
In this Saunders, who had a sacrifice bunt. Six walks issued by the Stallions, plus a couple of hit batsmen.
And reinforcements are stirring in the bullpen as well.
First pitch, though, there for strike 1.
We'll see some warm-up tosses from Josh Glick next.
Let's see, we've only had 6 balls put in play.
Yes, that's in the hole. Nice play by the shortstop.
Play, only 1. That's the first. 6-3 on the putout, and an RBI for Saunders, and the Barons now trail 4-2.
Yeah, that run out on the big scoreboard went up on the wrong spot, but our scoreboard's got it correct. 4-2. 4-2.
There you go. Here's Tyler Langford, 2 outs now, runners at second and third. And now the fans cheer because they corrected it out on the big scoreboard.
Now batting pinch hitter number 18, John Miller.
Well, pivotal moment right here early in the ball game in the bottom of this 3rd inning.
Yeah, pinch hitter. As coming to the plate is John Miller, batting .409. Jumps on the first pitch and hits it out of play for strike 1.
Wasted no time to attack the strike zone and swing at that pitch.
Miller with 9 hits in 22 at-bats this year. 4 ribbies, 1 double.
Castillo could be susceptible to the left-handed batters. Very deceptive coming from the right side. That ball coming to the left-handed batter could be a little easier to pick up.
Swing and a miss at the next pitch. No balls and 2 strikes.
I don't know if he took something off, but he certainly was well off of that pitch. Nice job by Castillo to get ahead 0-2.
4-2 American Heritage, but the tying run at second base for St. Pete Catholic. The 0-2 pitch.
Nibbled outside, just missed.
Castillo was a few steps towards the dugout.
They've already scored 1 run in the inning on a pass ball wild pitch. With 2 outs, both runners will be moving on any contact.
The 1-2 pitch outside, and the count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. St. Pete Catholic with single runs in the second and third inning.
Corey Baptist over at third base, trying to aggravate the pitcher, bluffing like he's going home.
The 2-2 pitch from Castillo. Fouled off. One more semifinal game to go tonight, 7 o'clock. The other Class 4A state semifinal. It will be Bishop Barreau of Fort Myers and Monsignor Pace of Miami. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the third. Outside, it's 3-2. Number 9 hitter on deck. The 3-2 pitch. That one's hit into right field, base hit. That will plate 1 run. They're waving home the second run, and now they send him back, and probably a good decision to do so. But it's a 1-run game, 4-3.
Good job of base runner, running full tilt until the stop sign was put up. About halfway down, he realized he was going to be dead meat, turned around, scurried back to third.
Runners on the corners. The tying run 90 feet away.
What a nice moment for the pinch hitter. Came up with a clutch base hit with 2 outs. Picked up an RBI. Rally's still going.
Here's the catcher, Tito Santos. The senior walked his first at bat.
Well, as I predicted, the left-hander got into that pitch. Second hit of the game. The Barons on the move here.
First pitch is taken outside for ball 1.
With Castillo's leg kick, unless they have no wheels at all on first base, I would suspect they're going to go within the next 2 pitches here. As soon as he picks up that leg, you got to be gone.
Strike.
Well, you don't want to help him, I guess. Ahead 0-2. Let's see if he goes on this pitch.
1-1, actually. Castillo.
That may or may not be right.
That one is called a ball inside. 2-1.
You're correct. I stand corrected.
Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runs have come across the plate here in the third for St. Pete Catholic. The 2-1 delivery. That one is hit to left field. Back goes Isaacs, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over.
That ball was smoked, but Isaacs got a great jump, found the spot right where the ball was going to be.
In the inning, 2 runs on only 1 hit. There were a couple of walks and a hit batsman. We head to the fourth. 4-3, American Heritage now leading by only 1 run here in the Class 3A state semifinals.
Do you want to become or stay involved in high school athletics? There's a role for you to play as a contest official. Opportunities are available for both students and adults to get back to the sports you love by refereeing or umpiring contests in a variety of sports, including baseball. Visit becomeanofficial.org, or now you can register as a contest official with the Florida High School Athletic Association.
Well, we have a couple of changes defensively for the Barons. We have a new second baseman. It's number 4, Sean Coughlin. As the first pitch to Anthony Seymour is called a strike.
Well, Lynch feeling a little bit better, coming back with a 1-run deficit as opposed to 3.
That one is hit fair, and it stays fair. Saunders tried to let it go foul. It never did.
Well, knowing his runner, he made the smart decision. No chance of throwing him out on that play.
We also have a new right fielder, and that's who came in and pinch hit last inning. John Miller has gone into right field for the Barons.
Boy, speed really puts pressure on Anthony Seymour.
To look at Miller.
Like a panther jumping out of that box, running down the line. I mean, just no chance of throwing him out on that high hopper.
Here's Trevor Maloney. He doubled his last at bat, drove in a run. Runner on the move. The pitch is called a ball. The throw to second high. Not in time. A stolen base for Seymour.
Now, this is why you put a man at the top of the order with speed. Can wreak havoc all by themselves. Infield single, stolen base.
Anthony Seymour is perfect today. He's reached base safely all 3 times he's come to the plate. He has scored twice. Looks to score for a 3rd time, as that one is called a strike. 1-1.
And I would not put it out of the question here that Anthony takes off for third base if he gets his pitch.
Seymour now leads the team in runs scored with 21. It's taken low for a ball. 2-1. Stallions batting in the top of the 4th. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for American Heritage. 3-2-1 for St. Pete Catholic.
Strong wind blowing out.
The 2-1 delivery. That one's low. 3-1. Jimmy Lynch came in relief of Stuart Wilkes in the 3rd. He's given up a couple of hits. Struck out 1. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup, 3-2.
Well, with 2 strikes, third baseman may back up a few more steps, prevent any grounders to his left, get through the hole. See what the 3-2 pitch looks like here.
Timeout was called.
And Lynch steps off. Didn't like the sequence. You got a runner on second, so it takes multiple signs to kind of relay what the pitch call is.
That one hit foul, third base side.
It went with the fastball. That ball will kick back into fair territory. Will delay the game as it is now in the fairgrounds.
You know, I mentioned the fact that the Stallions' home runs are down. They hit more than 30 homers in each of the last 2 seasons. They hit a program low 3 homers as a team this year. Providence, which played earlier today, their home runs are down. They hit 17 this year, 69 last year.
Wow, that was close to the Orangewood team season record, wasn't it?
It was. In fact, they were chasing them as that one is popped up into left field. Catch is made by Seraphin for the first out.
Now with 1 out, I still say all attention needs to be on Anthony Seymour out there with the wheels and the means to steal third base with just 1 out.
Here's Jonathan India, the freshman, drove in a run with a base hit in the 1st inning. Lynch works from the stretch with a runner at second. First pitch, fastball low, outside, ball 1. Top 4 in the lineup have gotten a hit for American Heritage. fact, India is the only one of the four not to get an extra base hit. Seymour has tripled, Maloney doubled, and Cohen, who's on deck, has also doubled.
Straight behind him. They
Throw
got
to
him.
third, they got him.
No. Well, I guess they did get him. He looked like he sidestepped the tag and got in, but umpire's right on top of it. Aggressive play, just a reaction split second too late. Once the ball got below the catcher, catcher found it quickly.
So now there are 2 outs. That one gets away on the ball 4. Not far enough to get the runner to second. And that'll bring up Cohen.
First baseman, number 4, Corey Cohen.
Cohen doubled and drove in a run his last at bat. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs, 4-3 American Heritage batting in the top of the 4th with a 1-run lead. Good block there by Santos.
Santos is doing a fine job behind the plate. Lynch come in relief. Doing a good job holding.
That misses for ball 3, 3-0.
American Heritage was just pounding the ball earlier off starter Stuart Wilkes. And since Lynch has arrived, they've mainly reached via the walk or a fluke hit. Seymour getting on a little chopper that was infield single.
And there's ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by Jimmy Lynch.
Well, the youngster Connor Power coming to hit again in a clutch situation.
Power lined out to the third baseman in the second. One of only 3 hitters in the lineup not to get a hit today. American Heritage with 4 runs on 7 hits. First pitch is there for a strike, 0-1.
Well, the senior Lynch battling the 8th grader Power.
And that one could be 2. Bobble, though, by the second baseman, and Coughlin has no play. His throw to first. Not going to be in time. That'll be an error. So that's going to load them up for the Stallions.
Well, Sean Coughlin showing his freshman experience level there. Instead of barking at his shortstop about where he's at, he needed to get the out. There's 2 outs. Shortstop expected him to go 1.
I don't know why I said turn 2. They only needed 1 out. Maybe he was thinking the same thing I was.
Well, still had time to throw the runner out, but he was showing some disgust with why aren't you there instead of just making the next best play.
0-1 pitch.
Well, he's got another opportunity. Right here. This time he does go across, and first baseman stays on the bag. Umpire calls him out. Nice stretch, laying out full body.
Corey Baptist bails out the freshman. That will do it for the Stallions in the 4th. No runs, a hit, a couple of walks, an error. And as we head to the bottom of the 4th, Stallions holding on by 1 run here in the Class 3A state semifinals in Port St. Lucie.
We are proud to announce the Balfour Company as the official supplier of championship rings for the FHSAA. All participants in the FHSAA state events qualify for a championship-style ring. Visit Balfour.com for the keepsakes that last forever. Fans, a special thanks to the Treasure Coast Sports Commission, St. Lucie County, Duffy Sports Grill, and College University for sponsoring the FHSAA Baseball Championship.
Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the St. Pete Catholic Barons, with more runs than hits, have a chance to tie the game as they send up the top of the order. Dakota Seraphin will lead things off. Four, 7-0 for American Heritage, 3-2-2 for St. Pete Catholic. Class 3A state semifinal, the 4A semifinal, the other semifinal coming up. Earlier today in 4A, Pensacola Catholic held off Bishop Moore. Bishop Moore Catholic threatened in the top of the 7th inning, did plate 1 run, had the go-ahead runner on base, but just couldn't push across 1 more to tie the game. So Pensacola Catholic will get the winner of the Bishop Verot Monsignor Pace game coming up tonight at 7. Also earlier today in 3A, Providence of Jacksonville, 4-0 winners over Tampa Prep. They await a winner here in this 3A semifinal. Seraphin has lined out to center. Maloney made a diving catch. Seraphin has also walked, so he's 0 for 1. The Barons 20-9, the Stallions 21-7.
Mike, you may have given this stat earlier. Has Jimmy Lynch pitched in the postseason?
Lynch did come in and get the win against Kings Academy. This one's popped up to short, and the catch is made by India. There's 1 away.
So Lynch, not having pitched at all during the regular season, the regular right fielder, has gotten a little bit of experience in the postseason now and is holding court out here in the state semifinal.
Meanwhile, Peter Castillo has come in relief of Dylan Arnold. And while he looked good early, he did give up a couple of runs last inning. Well, those runs were actually charged to Arnold.
Both of them were charged to Arnold.
Max Geller, the batter. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to right. That's called a strike on the inside part of the plate, 2-1. Interesting that this could say a lot about the number of free passes, but everyone in the St. Pete Catholic lineup has either been hit by a pitch, walked, or driven in a run. The 3-1 pitch, that one's low for ball 4. So Geller walks for the second time. And that will bring up Jacob McFadden, the center fielder. Sophomore had a base hit in the first inning, hit by a pitch, and scored in the third. Tying run at first. McFadden takes the first pitch, low and inside. He is committed to USF. 34 hits on the year now as he leads Seraphin by 1. Second on the team with a .375 average. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. McFadden, a sophomore.
If somehow the Stallions let this thing get out of hand, it's going to be attributed to the walks. Only 2 hits for the Barons so far. One a clutch 2-out hit.
Yeah, they scored a run without a hit in the second inning. They scored 2 on 1 hit last inning.
Well, free passes will come back to haunt you.
There goes the runner. The 2-1 pitch grounded sharply foul, third base side.
And that's probably unfortunate, even though that looked like a hit and run. I think he had a good enough jump, would have had that bag stolen.
Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We've yet to see a throwdown required from Canavan.
Two pitch. He got a piece of it to stay alive.
Just protected the outside corner. That breaking ball got a little nub of it.
There you see the action in the bullpen for the Stallions. A right-hander.
It's like Josh Glick, number 22, perhaps.
That's correct. 22 is warming up. There he goes. 2-2 pitch is high for a ball. The throw to second. It's not in time. Skirts away, but not too far to advance the runner. A stolen base for Max Geller, and he represents the tying run. Three and 2 to McFadden.
St. Pete Catholic hanging around, not giving in.
The 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3 as McFadden was headed to first. Only the second strikeout for Stallions pitching.
Too close of a pitch to take there with 2 strikes.
So it'll take a timely hit. 2 outs for Corey Baptist, the first baseman. The sophomore grounded into an inning-ending double play in the first. He walked and scored last inning. Baptist batting .319. Takes the first pitch for a strike.
Castillo, very tough when he's throwing that curveball for a strike. He has bounced a few.
This one's popped up, back to the seats. Baptist behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Jimmy Lynch on deck. Lynch is signed with USC Aiken. In fact, one of 2 players. Roberto Hernandez, the other player. Oh, 2 pitch. Jammed him inside, fouled off.
Well, outfield deep enough in center, have difficulty throwing a runner out at the plate. Right fielder a little shallower. Left field also deeper than typical.
Swing and a foul ball.
Hanging in. 0-2 count still.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run at second, 4-3 American Heritage. St. Pete Catholic batting in the bottom of the 4th. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball, fouled it back.
Just hanging that curveball a little bit. Can get it down in the dirt with an 0-2 count. He's liable to get a strikeout. We have time called, and maybe pitching coaches I mentioned the same thing here. You're not executing that 0-2 pitch. Rarely do you have to throw a strike 0-2. You want the hitter to have to expand his strike zone. Give the hitter something to look at, maybe tantalizing, maybe a fastball that they would be hoping for, but not in the strike zone, maybe up and in. Maybe a few balls, 3 balls off the plate. You never know. Sometimes they'll extend it and swing. Right now, Castillo's thrown several curveballs that, boy, if he got a hold of him, he could have hit him out of the yard. Good hard fastball under the hands right here would be a good effective pitch.
The 0-2 pitch.
Another breaking ball.
He almost chased it. He did not go around.
That was the pitch I was talking about earlier. That had effective late bite. Almost got him to chase. And a fine block by the catcher coming up with it quickly. Three runs on just 2 hits by the Barons.
And that one is foul.
That was the fastball up under the hands. He handled it. Just foul.
The sophomore Corey Baptist at the plate against Peter Castillo. In relief of starter Dylan Arnold. Here in Port St. Lucie, Digital Domain Park, spring training home of the New York Mets.
Well, it looks like Glick is ready, either that or the bullpen catcher who's been getting a big workout all day, maybe needing a rest.
1-2 pitch is called for a strike. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Caught looking.
No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk. The tying run was stranded at second base. We head to the 5th. American Heritage 4, St. Pete Catholic 3 here on the FHSAA Network.
Today's semifinal game will advance to the Class 3A state championship game tomorrow at 11 a.m. against Providence High School.
All right, here we go to the top of the 5th inning. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for American Heritage, who had 1 in the first and 3 in the second. 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for St. Pete Catholic. Barons with 1 in the second and 2 in the third. Here in the top of the 5th, it'll be the bottom third of the order against Jimmy Lynch. In case you missed it, they have moved up the start times for tomorrow because of the possible thunderstorms in the afternoon and the evening. The 3A championship game will now be played tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. and the 4A championship game will be played tomorrow afternoon at 2. So 11 and 2 tomorrow instead of 4 and 7. So if you're making your way down, make sure you leave much earlier.
It'd be nice if before the game's over we can get a graphic of that for those that are maybe watching at work, not listening.
4-3 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Josh Glick, the designated hitter, will lead things off. He's 1 for 2 in the game. He has popped up to second and singled to center. The 1-0 pitch. That one's low for a ball, 2-0.
Now the story of this game has been a difference of so many other ball games that have moved along quickly. We're nearing the 2-hour mark now, and we're just halfway through, starting the 5th inning. Just a hair over half.
Yeah, the balls, base on balls, have been a big reason why this game has dragged at a snail's pace.
A lot of foul balls, too.
Yeah,
true. A lot of 2-strike foul balls.
Our next game scheduled to start at 7 p.m. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, just missed, ball 3, and the count is full. The 3-2 pitch, up high, ball 4.
Well, not sure what the longest outing for Lynch has been this year, but you got to believe that he's done a great job holding them close to this point.
That's his 3rd walk issued. Here's Michael Shepard, who doubled back in the 2nd inning. Also struck out looking in the 3rd.
Well, with the young second baseman out there, it'd be interesting to see if they bunt here.
A total of 12 walks and 2 hit batsmen by both teams.
Now, he did not attempt a bunt, but he actually did not pull the bat back, but it's only because he had to duck. Ball was right over the top of his head. Well, with the first baseman holding the runner on, the responsibility of the pitcher is the full, right side of the mound. Pitcher who hasn't thrown a lot of innings all year may not have that instantaneous instinct to get over there. So any ball bunted to the right side could be an adventure. Second baseman playing close to the bag. Now he's moving closer to first.
Wind still blowing out right to left. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, ooh. Ball 2. Close. We'll call a ball.
Well, put a circle around number 4, second baseman Sean Coughlin right now. If they do bunt 2-0, I'll be surprised. But if they do, we'll see where he goes.
Popped up to first. Catch is made by Baptist.
That ends that conversation. And maybe second guessing they should have sacrificed there.
So 1 out, 1 on. And here's Todd Isaacs, the left fielder. Isaacs with a sac bunt in the 2nd and a ground out to short in the 3rd.
Now double play depth in the middle. Less threat of the bunt. Not totally erased, but certainly not a sacrifice bunt situation.
One out pitch.
Back to the pitcher. Gets the easiest out at first.
Sacrifice 1-3.
So the Stallions sacrifice an out and have one chance to get the 2-out hit to bring the run home. But they are at the top of the order with Seymour.
Will Gerdes is warming up in the St. Pete Catholic bullpen. 2 outs as we head to the top of the order. Here's Anthony Seymour.
Seymour has not made an out to date.
A triple, a fielder's choice, and an infield hit. He has scored twice, but then was caught stealing in the 4th inning.
That caught stealing was between 2nd and 3rd
yeah.
as the ball bounced away. He got a late break. Catcher did a great job of reacting quickly, picking the ball up and firing it to the 3rd for the 3rd out of the inning, I believe.
And this one hit over to shortstop. Geller with a
hopper
throw across in time, and the inning is over. Stallions threaten, but fail to score. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, and one left. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Still 4-3. American Heritage out in front here in Port St. Lucie.
Because of Benjamin's unmatched commitment to customer satisfaction, it has been able to offer its knowledge and assistance to millions throughout the Southeast. Picture Benny, the perfect people for the perfect pool.
We head to the bottom of the fifth inning, 4-3. You see your line score there. The Barons down a run. And they will send up 5, 6, and 7 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Only 2 hits today, 1 in the first, 1 in the third. But they didn't score in the first. They scored twice in the third. They have benefited from a bunch of walks, a couple of hit batsmen. 7 walks for Stallions pitching today, 2 hit batsmen. Jimmy Lynch, who has been hit by a pitch and also popped up to the third baseman in foul territory, will lead things off. He scored on a wild pitch in the second inning. First pitch here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Hits that one high and deep, but that one is going to be a foul ball. If he straightens that out, we're tied at 4.
Had the distance. Wide left.
Lynch has signed with USC Aiken, South Carolina Aiken. Leads the team in runs scored now with 22 on the year, batting .269. He does have 1 home run. As a team, St. Pete Catholic with 6. Good pitch there, breaking pitch called a strike.
You know, earlier, Mikey, you talked about, you know, home run production being way down. That takes a big adjustment offensively in the mindset to make up for those runs that came so easily via the home run. You've got to grind out your runs now and play a little small ball when you don't have that big bopper in the lineup that can get you the 3-run homer.
Well, you know, it's funny. Mac Makowicz, the head coach of Providence, Jacksonville Providence, which advanced in 3A earlier today, was talking about that in the post game. His team, as this one's hit back to the seats, is batting .339, and he said, come on, guys, we got to get going. And he said, but then I started looking at what everybody else was batting in the high 280s, 290s, you know, low 300s. And then I realized that .339 is probably maybe even .450. As that one's hit pretty well to left field, but that one is going to, well, it did get out of here. It kept carrying and carrying. Kiss it goodbye, because it's goodbye baseball. A solo home run for Jimmy Lynch, and we are tied at 4. I thought it was going to hold up in left field for Isaacs.
Well, he got just the right amount of distance on that one. If he was using a pitching wedge, he laid that one right on the green. That ball landed just 340 feet past the 338 sign.
That gives the Barons fans and the team something to cheer about.
High fly ball, assisted only slightly by the gentle breeze blowing out to left. He supplied the power, but he got it in the jet stream.
Second home run of the year for Lynch. We're tied at 4 here in this Class 3A state semifinal.
Sometimes the highlights and the stories write themselves. Right now the story is about Jimmy Lynch.
4 unanswered runs for St. Pete Catholic as this one's bunted foul by Will Gertis.
And if that doesn't inspire the crowd, I don't know what will. Still a lot of Barron fans still on their fannies. Been a long day. Most of them drove over this morning. We have a tie ball game, bottom of the 5th.
1-1 pitch inside for ball 2. So a brand new ball game here in the 3A semifinals. And how about 4 runs on only 3 hits today? The 2-1 pitch popped up, back to the seats, 2-2.
Mike, I'm convinced I'm going to have to bring my fishing net on the long pole. We've not gotten one yet, and we're getting close to the last day.
2-2 pitch hit to the left side. The third baseman Power throws across in time.
I am very impressed with that young man.
Me too.
Very
only an 8th grader.
And regardless of what his age is, plays well beyond his years.
Here's Joey Saunders. Drove in a run on a ground out in the 3rd. Also a sacrifice in the 2nd. 4-4. St. Pete Catholic fans have come to life. The 1-out pitch across the plate, called a strike. Well, both these teams are coming off 1-run games in the region final. St. Pete Catholic won in 10 innings against Kings Academy. American Heritage scored 2 in the top of the 7th of their region final to rally against Florida Christian 5-4. The 1-1 pitch hit the opposite way to right field. Seymour coming in, and he'll make the catch, 2 away.
Well, Mike, that home run breaks our string of, I think we had 4 days in a row with no home runs.
And St. Pete Catholic becomes only the 2nd team to hit a home run, because the other American Heritage at a Plantation hit 3. So it's bunted foul.
The big blow is the one in the top of the 8th inning, extra inning, 3-run blast off the bat of the 9-hitter. It's totally caught everybody by shock. And then they hit one off the foul pole in right in the championship game.
Yeah, it was 0-0 in the top of the 8th when they hit that home run.
And it was a big fly. It went over the double fence in left field.
And not only was it big, I mean, I know American Heritage is ranked very high, number 6 in the country, but they beat the number 1 team in the country, Jesuit. 3-0 in 8.
That's the American Heritage Patriots of Plantation we were speaking of.
Which went on to win the state
ground
championship.
Ball up the middle, and the second baseman came in and took a good angle, but just didn't get his glove down low enough. That ball rolled right underneath him. I think they credit that with an error. And they do. First error for American Heritage.
So a 2-out base runner for Tito Santos, the catcher. Santos hit one to left field in the 3rd as St. Pete Catholic had 2 on, and the left fielder Isaacs made a good running catch. First pitch, curveball, called a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The run in on a solo home run by Jimmy Lynch. The senior has tied the game at 4 apiece. That was Lynch's first hit of the day. As that one is hit in the air to left field, but Isaacs is there. He'll make the catch and the inning is over. However, St. Pete Catholic has tied the game. 4 unanswered runs now with 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 5th. It's 4-4 as we head to the top of the 5th here in Port St. Lucie.
Through 5 innings, we have a tied score, 4-all between St. Petersburg Catholic and American Heritage Delray. To purchase photos from the 2012 FHSAA Baseball Finals, visit Glossy Finish Photography on the World Wide Web at FHSAA.glossifinish.com. You can then order prints and posters of the players online. But why wait? Find a Glossy Finish brand ambassador in a red vest during the championship games. And they can make sure your favorite player has a photo taken. Glossy Finish, official photographer of the FHSAA Final.
Well, just to correct myself, I tried to catch it as we headed to the end of the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th inning. 4-4 game. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 errors for American Heritage. 4-3-2 for St. Petersburg Catholic. Class 3A state semifinal. Jacksonville Providence awaits the winner. Providence with 3 Division I pitchers on their roster. We saw 2 of them today. Another Division I signee, Christian Dix, who was signed with Florida, had a base hit and the game-winning RBI. They only needed 1. He drove in 1 early, but Providence went on to beat Tampa Prep 4-0, exacting a little revenge from that state semifinal loss in basketball that went into overtime. Tampa Prep beat them and then beat Sagemont to win Coach Finland's first state championship in 29 years. So Providence against the winner of this one. Again, a reminder, it's been moved for tomorrow. The championship game for 3A is now at 11 a.m. The 4A title game will be played at 2 p.m., 11 and 2 tomorrow, because of the possibility of afternoon thunderstorms. Port St. Lucie Mets are coming back on Friday, so we can't hold them up too much. This one hit foul, third base side by Trevor Maloney, as American Heritage sends up 2, 3, and 4 against Jimmy Lynch.
If you didn't know any better, you'd think Jimmy Lynch was their innings leader and ace and closer all rolled into one. Kind of composure he's showing out there on the mound. Logged just 1 appearance in the postseason. This is his entire pitching for the year.
Lights are coming on here at the facility, even though there's plenty of sunshine out there.
A little bit of glare and sunshine coming off that truck out there on the hill.
Oh, 1 pitch. That's hit foul, first base side, 0-2. Maloney has grounded out, doubled, driven in a run and scored, and also flown out to left. 1 for 3.
Quick 2-strike ahead on the hitter.
One of 4 seniors offensively for the Stallions. And the starting lineup.
You have 0-2 or 1-2 count, Mike?
I've got 0-2.
Me too.
That ball hit out to left field. Seraphin, though, is there. 1 away. That'll bring up Jonathan India, the freshman shortstop. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Singled and drove in a run back in the first inning. American Heritage had 4 runs through the first 2 innings, but have not scored since. Fastball, that also hit to left field. A line shot once again right to Seraphin, out number 2.
Mike, since Lynch entered the game, from that point on, how many hits do American Heritage have?
Before he came in?
Since he came in.
since he came in, they've only had 2. And one of them was an infield hit. Stuart Wilkes started, went 2 innings, allowed 5 hits. First pitch to Corey Cohen misses for a ball. In fact, the 5 hits that he gave up, 4 of them were extra base hits. So Lynch has done an outstanding job in relief. Grounded to
nice
the shortstop,
backhand.
Geller.
Beautiful play.
He gets a point. Little shout out from Baptist, his first baseman. 6-3 on the putout. It's a 1-2-3 inning. That's the first time that the Stallions have gone down in order. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Barons, Stallions tied at 4 here in the 3A semis.
You will find fields over many major sports stadiums, but there are no differences between a field installed at a professional stadium and one installed at a high school. Field Surf has proven time and time again to be the safest, highest performing, most durable surface on the planet. Field Surf, the ultimate surface experience.
Barons will send up the top of the order here in the bottom of the 6th, but they'll have to do it against a new pitcher. Our new pitcher is number 22, Josh Glick. Glick is 3-0 on the year with 7 saves. 15, actually now 16 appearances. Used only in relief this year, has not started a game. In 28 innings pitched, he's given up 20 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 walks, 36 strikeouts, and a .75 ERA. So he is definitely their closer. And as I mentioned, the Barons will send up the top of the order.
Good groove tune on the PA system here at the stadium.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Well, speaking of red hot right now, the Barons St. Pete Catholic are who's hot. Following the lead, Jimmy Lynch. Doing it both with the bat and on the mound.
Top 4 in the lineup, though, for St. Pete Catholic. I talked about this earlier. It was interesting that the bottom of the lineup is all seniors. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are seniors. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are junior, sophomore, sophomore, sophomore. And the top 4 in the lineup with just 1 hit. Now, there have been 4 walks and a hit batsman among the 4. Dakota Serafin looking for his first hit. He did have a hit taken away to lead off the bottom of the 1st on a line drive out to center field that Trevor Maloney made a diving catch on. Serafin, has also walked and popped up to short.
You know,
0 for 2 in the game.
Right out the way this game's going, that seemed like it was yesterday.
Yeah, it does. As we're almost 2 hours and 17 minutes in. And there's a base hit down the right field line.
Going to be trouble, maybe extra bases.
Serafin's going for 2. The right fielder slips down. And it'll be a stand-up double for Dakota Serafin, his first hit of the day.
Well, everything's starting to shine for the Barons.
That'll bring up Max Geller, the shortstop.
Shortstop number 7, Max Geller.
Josh Glick has been the most valuable pitcher this year for the Stallions. Throws in the low to mid 80s. 1 of his 5 walks this year were intentional. But a leadoff double puts the go-ahead run and the potential winning run now at second base for Max Geller, who has walked twice today and flown out to right. He's going to try to sacrifice here, but misses the opportunity as he fouls it off. Strike 1.
Well, Geller with a fine play in the hole to end the last inning. Has to do something simple, but yet so complicated sometimes. Just that routine bunt to sacrifice the runner over. Should have plenty of experience batting in the 2-hole.
The 0-1 pitch. That one's taken outside. 1-1.
Looking for something on the inner half that he can bunt toward the third baseman, force that third baseman to come get the ball, vacating the base.
One ball, one strike.
There's a bunt toward the first baseman. He looks at third, takes the easier out to first base.
Sacrifice gets the job done, 3-4.
Very nice job.
So now the runner at third with 1 out for the number 3 hitter in the lineup, Jacob McFadden, who has singled, been hit by a pitch, and struck out. He's also scored. McFadden, a sophomore commit to USF, second on the team with a .375 average, the infield playing on the grass.
McFadden looking to lift one into the outfield.
Throw to first play. And they pick him off. Or third, excuse me.
That's a veteran play there by Glick. Usually that play is either signal from the third baseman initiates it, or the pitcher can initiate it with a nonverbal sign that they'll both know. An acknowledgement comes, and even though the baseman's playing off the bag, once his leg goes up, he knows he's going in.
So a pick off to third, 1-5, 2 outs now, and a swing and a miss by McFadden.
Boy, this game has been an ebb and flow, momentum flowing back and forth. Play like that could swing the momentum back in favor of the Stallions.
0-2. Another swing and a miss.
Neither of those pitches anywhere near the strike zone. Don't know what McFadden's chasing there. Different type of a breaking ball, not picking it up well.
He's off here, and it's 1-2.
Well, he figured if he's going to swing it a foot outside, let's go 2 feet outside and see if he swings. Well, the breaking ball coming from down sideways, a little bit of a side slinger here. Glick making it tough on righties.
Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, the Barons blowing a big opportunity here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A leadoff double, a sacrifice to put the runner at third, but then Seraphin got picked off at third. 2-2 pitch, called strike 3, and the inning is over. Josh Glick comes in and gets the job done for the Stallions, and he's mobbed by his teammates. We head to the final inning of regulation, 4-4 here in the 3A state semifinals.
Between American Heritage Delray and St. Petersburg Catholic. Once again, fans, tomorrow at 11 a.m. is the Class 3A state championship game, and at 2 p.m. the Class 4A state championship game is scheduled for 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Four runs, 7 hits, 1 error for American Heritage. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for St. Pete Catholic. Boy, a big pickoff Josh Glick picking off Dakota Seraphin at third base. And let's see if that momentum will carry over offensively for the Stallions, who send up 5, 6, and 7. The 8th grader, Connor Power, will lead things off. He's looking for his first hit today. He's 0 for 2. He's reached on a walk, lined out to third, and reached on an error by the second baseman. First pitch is a strike.
Well, Lynch is a calming influence as he throws strikes, keeping his fielders ready to make a play.
And that one hit to the right side. The first baseman, Baptist, to Lynch. 3-1 for the first out of the inning.
Nice firm underhanded flip, led him to the bag. Well done. Just like they trained it in spring training. Right here.
Digital Domain Park, spring training home of the New York Mets. The Port St. Lucie Mets return on Friday. Saw that they have a big concert coming up this weekend, a Kiss band tribute. First pitch to Chris Canavan, freshman catcher, is outside for ball 1.
That's a throwback in the time
machine.
1970s.
2-0 to Canavan, who has walked and grounded out to second twice. Action continues in the Barons bullpen.
I think that's Maloney, who can't warm up any other time than perhaps. No, Maloney. Let's see.
That's Will Gerdes.
Gerdes.
There's a strike called. It's 2-1. There you see Will warming up. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. 4-4 game. That's a strike. 2-2. Stallions had 2 hits in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, none in the 5th and 6th innings. In fact, they went in order for the first time last inning. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit. I guess that helped him out a little bit.
Got him off the schneid. Well, if you're Providence, you're rooting for an extra inning game that uses all their pitching, I think. But
we'll have a courtesy runner. That is Brendan Brundage, who we talked about earlier, the intern.
Yeah, I've seen that show. It's has Billy the Marlin on it. It's a kids program that's targeted at like the middle school age.
There you see the new times tomorrow because of the possibility of the thunderstorms. Thank you, guys. Tomorrow's championship games have been changed to 11 a.m. for the 3A title game, 2 p.m. for the 4A championship game.
Brundage already has 1 stolen base, and Lynch obviously is pitched somewhere, because that's a veteran move right there to just freeze the runner, see what kind of indication, see if anybody's going to squirt a bunt. With 1 out, straight steal is probably in order here.
The batter is Josh Glick. Now pitching. Glick had a base hit in the 3rd inning. 1 for 2 today. 1 out pitch. A little bit low outside.
Glick previously in the game as the designated hitter, now hitting for himself.
That's there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 7th inning. American Heritage.
Actually, I take that back, Mike. I think the high school rule is he can be a DH separate from being the pitcher as well. So if another pitcher comes in, I don't think he loses his chance to bat.
Throw goes to first, not in time. Well, American Heritage is used to these close games. The Stallions' last 4 wins have been 1-run decisions. The 1-1 pitch, up and in, ball 2, 2-1.
Well, Brundage, if nothing else, is occupying Jimmy Lynch's attention, perhaps taken away from his devoted attention to the strike zone at the plate. I expect a hit and run to happen right here on this 2-1 pitch. I just got a feeling.
There goes the runner, swing and a miss. The throw to second is going to skirt away, and hell, he's going to go to third. Okay. Here comes the throw, not in time. Wasn't sure if it got far enough away.
Well, hit and run
safe.
Not successful in its own right, but Glick, smart enough to cover up, swinging over the ball in the dirt, allows Brundage to make safely, and then on the error on the throw, scoots over to third. So better situation you could have predicted.
Two balls, two strikes. And the 2-2 pitch taken outside, ball 3. Infield playing on the grass now. With that runner in third. The go-ahead run in third with 1 out. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, a huge strikeout for Jimmy Lynch.
What a giant breaking ball that was. And Glick waved at it. Strike 3, putting the second out up on the board.
And only the second strikeout for Jimmy Lynch.
And none bigger. Perfect timing. Well, any ball that could bounce sideways here with Brundage's speed is a dangerous threat that he might score. So
this is Michael Shepard, senior second baseman. He's 1 for 3 today. And that one hit to right field, and it's right to John Miller. No runs, 1 hit, an error, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 7th. St. Pete Catholic will send up Jimmy Lynch. He'll bat second. Lynch with a solo home run in the 5th. It's 4-4 here in the 3A semifinals. Middle of the lineup coming up for St. Pete Catholic. 4, 5, and 6 against Josh Glick, their top reliever. Corey Baptist will lead things off. Jimmy Lynch will be on deck. Lynch had a home run, a solo shot in the 5th. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for American Heritage. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for St. Petersburg Catholic. Baptist today has grounded into an inning-ending double play, 6-4-3 in the 1st. He walked and scored in the 3rd and struck out looking in the 4th. So this is it. Bottom of the 7th, the chance to walk off with a win.
Well, 4th batter, Corey Baptist, first baseman. Certainly big enough and strong enough to end this game with 1 swing. However, pitcher Josh Glick not about to serve one up.
You know, I misspoke earlier in the game when I said that I was meant to refer to St. Pete Catholic. I may have said Pensacola Catholic, but St. Pete Catholic can actually end a 38-year wait. The longest wait to get back to a state final in baseball is 62 by Bartow, but St. Pete Catholic, it's been 38 years. For Union County, it was 36. They won the 1A title.
Mike, a good approach here. Corey Baptist taking 2 balls on the outer part of the plate for balls. Those are pitches that Jacob McFadden was swinging at, putting him in a hole earlier. So now the count goes to 3-0. And Glick not getting anybody to go fishing for those pitches, those breaking balls outside. There's one down the middle.
3 balls and a strike.
Well, a few fans over there for the Barons are up with signs cheering.
Swing and a miss. And it's 3-2.
That was a ball out of the strike zone, so it's hard not to be anxious up there. Just Corey Baptist trying to end it with one swing on that inside fastball. See if he can resist the temptation to chase the curveball outside. Fastball blew him away.
Foul tip.
Good job holding on by Chris Canavan.
One out here in the 7th.
Great job of coming back from 3-0 there by Glick. What a competitor. Ice water running through his veins.
American Heritage looking for their first state baseball title. St. Pete Catholic looking for their second. They were 3A state champions in 1972 when they were known as Bishop Barry. The 0-1 pitch is outside. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. This is Lynch, who hit the home run over the left field wall.
Infield back all the way around.
One pitch is outside, ball 2. Of course, his home run was off of Castillo.
If you don't think that the Lynch family is having a proud moment right here, came in, subdued the fire, held on to the game, hit his own home run to tie it. Now up the middle, a ground ball, and the second baseman pulls him off the bag, but first baseman retrieves it in time to reach for a tag.
And there's 2 outs here in the 7th. Here's Will Gertis. A couple of walks and a ground out to third.
Uh-oh.
Lynch is shaken up over at first base.
He's cramping up. That's why he didn't get down that line. I thought something was odd. He was only about 2/3 of the way down by the time the second baseman went wide to his backhand side. Came up and threw wide. What a shame if he has to end his day doing an injury kind of performance he's having right here. He is hobbling off the field to applause from the St. Pete Catholic faithful. He is not. He's walking very gingerly.
So 2 outs, nobody on base.
I think he may be able to close the book on Jimmy Lynch as far as pitching today.
Well, he came in the 3rd inning.
Glick gets a quick 2 outs after falling behind 3-0 on the very first batter. Great battle back. Give some credit where credit's due. Michael Shepard made a nice play on that ground ball there.
This one's popped up, back to the seats, strike 1.
And now it's going to be Geddes needing to set the table for the bottom of the order to try to do something, or else we will go to overtime. Extra innings.
Free baseball. 0-1 pitch outside the dirt. Count evens at 1-1. So that's definitely going to push the start time of our next game, scheduled for a 7 o'clock start. We'll get started a little bit later.
Praise heavens. We have no signs. I won't even say it.
Yeah, probably best to leave it alone. 2-1.
Temperature reading is 91 on the scoreboard at the moment.
And we're just a few minutes shy of 20 of the hour at 7 o'clock. 3-1.
Shadows start creeping in over behind third base.
That one hit to the left side to the shortstop, India. The freshman with a throw across in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. So we're headed for extra innings here in the Class 3A state semifinals. American Heritage 4, St. Pete Catholic 4, right here on the FHSAA network. Well, Mark, you're right. Will Gertis will now come in and pitch for Jimmy Lynch. Oh, I tell you, Lynch pitched great. Did a good job of keeping his team in it. Didn't allow a run. Meanwhile, the numbers on Gertis, number 2, 4-1, 3 saves, making his 16th appearance. And 41 1/3, has allowed 26 hits, 7 earned runs. He's walked 14, struck out 15, and comes in with a 1.19 ERA. Gertis was used mostly as a catcher last year. But again, they lost their 2 key pitchers from last year, Justin Tedder and Tim McKay. So they were in need of some arms this year. Stuart Wilkes started the game, only lasted a couple of innings. Gave up 5 hits, 4 extra base hits. Nine, 1-2 for American Heritage here in the top of the 8th inning. Extra innings here in the 3A state semifinals. The winner will have to come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. New start times tomorrow. Games are moved up to 11 and 2 for 3A and 4A. Todd Isaacs, the left fielder, takes a strike. Isaacs with a couple of sacrifice bunts. He's also grounded out to short. Breaking pitch misses outside, and the count evens at 1-1. Popped up, foul territory, and will bounce off the back of the first base dugout. One and 2 now. Swing and a miss. Good pitch from Gertis. Got him to chase one out of the zone. First out of the inning here at the top of the 8th. We head to the top of the order. Here's Anthony Seymour. Seymour.
Third baseman may want to come up even with the bag. Good possibility. Here he comes now.
Yeah, Seymour does have good speed. Beat out an infield hit in the 4th. And he looked to bunt.
He offered to bunt it, so even though that ball struck him, that's going to be a strike. Might have hit him after it hit the bat even, but regardless, if he made an offer to bunt it and it hits the batter, it is not a free base.
So 0-1 the count on Seymour, who had a triple to start the game. Hit it over the left fielder's head. Came around to score on a base hit by the freshman India. One pitch. Popped up. The shortstop going back. Geller will make the catch. And there's 2 away.
Center fielder number 12.
Here's Trevor Maloney, the center fielder, who is 1 for 4 today. Had a double in the second inning to drive in a run. 4-4 game here in the top of the 8th. Extra innings in Port St. Lucie. The 2-out pitch. Bunts it foul. Trying to think how many extra inning games we've had. I want to say this is our 3rd. This one's popped up. A little soft blooper over to second. The catch is made by Coughlin and the inning is over. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 8th. Bottom third of the order coming up for St. Pete Catholic. 4-4 here in the Class 3A state semifinals. Joey Saunders will lead things off against Josh Glick here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 7, 8, and 9 for St. Pete Catholic. The Barons 20-9 on the year. American Heritage 21-7. Saunders with a sac bunt in the second. Again, a reminder, times have been changed, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. The 3A title game, Jacksonville Providence awaits the winner tomorrow at 11 a.m. In 4A, it'll be at 2 o'clock. And that will match up the winner of our next game between Bishop Barreau of Fort Myers, Monsignor Pace of Miami against Pensacola Catholic. Again, that is at 2 p.m. tomorrow. So 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. our new start times for the championship games. The 1-0 pitch is there for a strike. It's 1-1. Saunders also had a ground out to short in the third that plated a run. And he popped up to right field in the 5th. 1-1 pitch. Misses for ball 2, 2-1.
As we stay down the extra inning path, first team to flinch will probably go home sad. It's going to come down to some kind of a defensive execution, and both pitchers look outstanding right now. So it's gonna take a chink in the armor for something to score a run.
There's a called strike. It's 3-2.
Infield back all the way around. Outfield standard depth straight away. Ball hit him in the box.
May have hit him in the face.
Popped straight up.
It's like they're going to maybe providing with either a drink or a towel. Maybe a quick drink.
Maybe a little blood hit his lip up against his teeth. Put a little dirt on it. Here we go.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-4 game here in the Class 3A state semifinals. The pitch from Josh Glick. This one bounced over to second. Charging in is Shepard. Nice play.
Shepard had one go under his glove earlier. Was not going to make the same mistake twice. Got all the way down there and actually used sort of like that highlight Sesta move. Scooped that ball right to the first baseman.
There's Tyler Langford, the second baseman. Actually, guess he's re-entering as the second baseman. Coughlin had gone in to play second.
Well, Langford back in to bat off of Glick.
One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That's outside, ball 2, 2-1.
Glick not afraid to go to a 3-ball count. Tries to make the hitter expand the strike zone. Swinging at pitches not in a good hitting zone.
That's called a strike, 2-2.
That's an outstanding location. Lower quadrant of the outside part of the strike zone.
St. Pete Catholic and American Heritage tied at 4 apiece here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Glick with another strikeout. His third. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter in the order, the catcher Tito Santos. First pitch is called a strike. Santos has walked, flown out to left twice. Outside, ball 1. American Heritage will send up 3, 4, and 5 if we go to the 9th.
St. Petersburg trying to get to the top of their order, and a hit by bat. The batsman gets hit with the pitch on the inside right in the ribs. That couldn't have felt good. He'll take the base, representing the potential winning run.
That also sends up the top of the order. Here's Dakota Seraphin, who doubled. He was the one that got picked off, though, at third base.
Huge play by Glick and his third baseman, making that pickoff play work.
So the Barons will try to rally with 2 outs. As Santos leads off at first.
Well, Santos, even though he's the catcher, must be the best runner they have right now. They're electing not to run for him.
Well, O'Keefe ran for him earlier. Swing and a miss. So Surprised that they're not running for him here.
And O'Keefe may not be available. Might be in the game for Lynch at the moment.
The 0-1 pitch won't be made. Throw goes to first, not in time. Good pitch. Called a strike.
That was commonly known as a knee buckler. That had the hitter backing off and then broke sharply over the plate.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. And that will do it here in the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, a hit batsman, and 1 left on base. We head to the top of the 9th, 4-4, American Heritage and St. Pete Catholic here on the FHSAA Network. Here in the top of the 9th, batters 3, 4, and 5 will come up for American Heritage. As Jonathan India will lead things off, the freshman shortstop had a base hit and an RBI in the first inning. He's also popped up to the catcher in foul territory, walked, and lined out to left.
Leading off for American Heritage, Delray. Shortstop number 5, Jonathan India.
Will Gertis in relief of Jimmy Lynch. Lynch went 5 innings today in relief of Stuart Wilkes.
Well, recapping, neither starter had their A game today. It's been the bullpen that has made this game interesting and bearable. Too many walks in the first couple innings. And we're moving along at a scoreless in the last 3 frames.
And you know this has got to benefit Jacksonville Providence, which is awaiting the winner tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. They used just 2 pitchers today. They've got 3 Division I pitchers on their staff. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1 delivery. That one's popped up into right field. Back goes the second baseman, and the catch is made. That's Langford back in the game. He batted last inning.
Handled that with composure, tracked it all the way in.
So 1 out, nobody on base for Corey Cohen, the first baseman. Cohen had a double and an RBI in the second. And that one is grounded sharply to shortstop, scooped up by Geller. Throw across and made a bad throw. and Baptist couldn't get it. An E6 will put a runner at second and only one out.
Well, Corey Baptist did not stretch out to catch that ball before it hit in the dirt. Tried to pick it, took an awkward hop, and got right by him.
And we will have a runner. That will be Brendan Brundage to run at second base. So he represents the go-ahead run here in the top of the ninth inning.
Well, Brundage a threat to steal third. See if Geddes gives Brundage the inside move, swiveling towards second base to freeze him.
One out pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. And the pitch. Curveball, that one is grounded to second. Langford again.
Good hustle to come get that ball, not waiting for it, giving it an opportunity to take a poor hop.
So 2 outs as the runner moves down to third.
90 feet away from turning this game.
And it will take a 2-out hit by the freshman, Chris Canavan, the catcher. He did single in his last at bat.
Well, this time outfield is not going to let any dinkers beat them. They got right field and center field shallow.
Breaking pitch low for a ball, 1-0.
Sun setting over there in the west. Shadows creeping in from third base side. So right fielder's got some tough sun to look at on a low liner.
One ball, no strikes. 2 outs. That's grounded deep in the hole. Nice play by Geller at shortstop. The throw to first. Safe! And American Heritage takes a 5-4 lead here in the ninth.
Well, this time the throw from the shortstop was on line, but it appeared in the effort to stretch for the ball, a bang-bang play. He may or may not have been on the bag. Umpire made no hesitation, calling safe. And another courtesy runner. This time Lucius Fox is going to run for American Heritage. Yet another Stallion base runner.
Well, the error, as we see the shortstop Geller, he went down to his knees just now, bending his knees, trying to make up for that error that he committed. Made a good play to get to it, just couldn't throw him out. An infield hit, an RBI for the freshman. 5-4 American Heritage. Here's Josh Glick. Steps over the first pitch for ball 1. Stallions looking for their first state baseball championship in school history, trying to get to the title game. A 1-run lead here in the top of the ninth. The 1-0 pitch. That one is bounced over to shortstop. The long throw in time, and the inning is over. But American Heritage has taken the lead with 1 run on 1 hit, 1 big error, an unearned run, and 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the ninth. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for St. Pete Catholic when we return. Well, so many times we see someone that makes either a good play or a bad play come up first just to start the next inning, and Max Geller, the shortstop, will lead things off here in the bottom of the ninth. His team down a run, 5-4. Geller committed an error on a throw rather, and then just missed throwing out the freshman Chris Canavan, and it led to the run. 5-4 American Heritage, heading to the bottom of the ninth inning. Josh Glick back out on the mound. Max Geller has walked twice. He has sacrificed and flown out to right.
Well, the Stallions were nearly out of their element from the beginning. Their starting pitcher was throwing up in the middle of the first inning after having to run and back up on a play that would have been a for sure triple, but a great catch in the outfield erased it. He didn't last. Second pitcher, Castillo held the game in check, but allowed 3. We got a tie game. We go to extra innings, and now Glick in command throwing the first strike with a 1-run lead.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Well, Glick wanting to work quickly. Hitter steps out, taking his time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Geller takes a deep breath, now steps back in the box.
And that's a wild pitch, 1-2.
That would have been an interesting strategy to swing at that pitch and take off for first base. That was basically 3 feet wide at home plate.
The 1-2 pitch is called for a strike. Geller is out on strikes for the first out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Glick going back to the 8th.
They threw that 0-2 pitch way outside, came back with a curveball that started at his knee, broke over the inside corner.
The next pitch to the next batter, Jacob McFadden, sophomore center fielder, called a ball. McFadden has walked, or rather been hit by a pitch. He's also struck out twice and singled. And he hits this one foul. 1-1.
Well, I keep looking down to see if any potentialities of a Kirk Gibson moment might be springing up here if Jimmy Lynch comes off the bench one more time to hit. Lynch, if he were to re-enter, would be in the hole right here. So one man would have to reach base safely for him to have a chance to swing the bat again.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, McFadden looked overmatched on that inside fastball.
That one's outside for a ball.
The tense crowd at the moment. Fouls one off. Nice play by the coach to make a one-handed grab as it scooted toward the dugout.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the ninth, 5-4 American Heritage, trying to move to the 3-8 state title game.
McFadden spoils 2 in a row. Neither the pitcher nor the batter giving in here.
Timeout called.
High drama at Digital Domain Park. Temperature still lingering around that 90-degree marker at 7:07. Three balls, two strikes, one out. It's go time.
The 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled back to the seats. So McFadden staying alive. Corey Baptist, the first baseman, the cleanup hitter, awaits on deck. Baptist hitless today. Barron's down a run here in the bottom of the ninth inning. The 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball four.
He earned that walk. Fouled off three straight two-strike pitches. Good pitches from Glick, and he just outlasted him there. And I do see Jimmy Lynch on the on-deck circle.
First pitch up and in to Baptist, who was looking for his first hit today. He grounded into an inning-ending double play in the first. He walked and scored in the third. He has struck out twice today. Although a sophomore, already a commit to USF. Excuse me, that was McFadden. My apologies. Baptist batting .319. 17 runs driven in. The 1-1 pitch called a strike, and it's 1-2. Stallions have out-hit the Barons 9-4. They lead 5-4 here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Corey Baptist has 4 home runs, but he's going to have to get a mistake pitch from Glick to take one out of here. If he keeps wearing out that outside corner, I don't believe Baptist has the power to hit one over the right center field wall. But should he hang an inside fastball with that breaking ball, who knows?
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Josh Glick. There's 2 outs. And the Stallions 1 out away from a state championship matchup with Jacksonville Providence. So it's going to bring up Lynch, who did homer back in the 5th inning.
Outfield deep into the shadows in left field. Not going to allow any extra base hits to beat him. If you're a Barron fan, you might be wishing for another ball to the backstop to move the runner up into scoring position.
That's 6 strikeouts now for Glick since coming in the 6th inning. First pitch, there for a strike, 0-1.
Not even sure if Lynch is healthy enough to run right here. He pulled up lame on his last at bat.
Lynch is signed with USC Aiken.
Grabbed at his hamstrings about 2/3 of the way down the line. Couldn't barely finish running out the ground ball.
Next pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth.
What inning did Lynch hit that home run?
In the top of the 5th.
Solo shot, top of the 5th?
Correct.
Bottom of the 5th.
Or bottom of the 5th. Top of the order. Or he was the first batter of the inning, excuse me.
So he led off the 5th with a home run. Injured himself in his next at bat.
In the 7th.
Now re-enters to the game, trying to be a hero. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Swing and a miss, and the Stallions will play for the Class 3A state championship. How about Josh Glick? He strikes out the side. Final score in 9 innings. American Heritage 5, St. Pete Catholic 4. Barron's season ends at 20-10. The Stallions now 22-7 will play Jacksonville Providence for the Class 3A state championship tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Quite a ball game, Mike. Pleasure to work it with you, and hats off to both teams for battling so hard. Somebody had to win, somebody had to lose.
Again, a reminder, both championship games have been pushed up tomorrow, 3A at 11 a.m., 4A at 2 p.m. If you would like to purchase a DVD of this broadcast or any other broadcast, go to FHSAAsports.com. That's going to do it for our coverage here in this Class 3A state semifinal. Now speaking for my color commentator, Mark Schanbach, for our producer, Keith Gamble, I'm Mike Rideout. This has been a production of Play On Sports. Once again, the final score, American Heritage 5, St. Pete Catholic 4. It's American Heritage and Jacksonville Providence tomorrow for the Class 3A state championship. So long and good night from Port St. Lucie.
On behalf of Centennial High School, the Petersburg Sports Commission, Delray, the Florida High School Athletic Association, thank you for attending.